This is Trevor here. Today we're going to talk about prisms and cylinders some more, but this time with surface area. Our learning target for today is that you can identify a solid based on the base and find the surface area of a prism or a cylinder. Your success criteria is that you know how to find the surface area by finding first the area and the perimeter of the base. Let's jump in. We have a new formula today. This one is for prisms and cylinders, and it is that surface area equals the perimeter times the height plus double the base. Let me show you what I mean by that in my first example. We're going to see that formula a lot here. So I just showed the formula. I'm going to put it up again. I'm going to put it up here. Surface area equals 2b plus pH. And I want to show you why this works. So since we're talking surface area, we mean all of the faces area added up. So if I look on this, I've got the top and the bottom, the left, the right, the front, the back. I have 6 faces all the way around. And what I always think about is like if you were wrapping this as a gift with wrapping paper. I'm looking at how much paper I need. If there's no overlap and you perfectly wrap it, how much paper is that? That's surface area. Let me show you why this formula works, and then we'll just chug and plug from there. So here's the thing. We've got first the top and the bottom. We call those the bases, as we know, and there's 2 of them. There's this piece here that is 5 by 3. That's the bottom. And we also have the top, and those are equal. It doesn't really look equal the way I drew it, but that's okay. So we have 2 of those. That's the 2B part. We also have the distance around the outside, which if I was clever wrapping this, I would just use one piece all the way around and tape them at the end. So I'm thinking about using one piece that wraps around all 4 of those sides, left, front, right, and back. So that's my mindset, is I'm going to use one long piece for that if I were wrapping this. And like I said, it's going to cover the left, the front, the right side, and the back. And this piece, if I'm thinking about it, it goes from, let's see, if I started here, it went from here to here to here to here. That distance around the outside is really just the perimeter of the shape. And then the height of it is the height of the prism. We use capital H for that. So in this case, we can kind of get an idea of where the formula came from. I had 2b, 2 of the bases, plus this long rectangle. I'd find the area of that by doing perimeter times the height. That's the formula. Let's actually find it for this problem. And we're just going to plug and chug, like I said. So the area of the base, let's see, our base again was 3 by 5. And I need the area of it and the perimeter of it to use in our formula. The area of it is 3 by 5, or 15. And the perimeter is 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5, or 16. The last thing I need in my formula is the height of the prism, and it is right here. I'm just going to note it on the diagram. So I can plug all this in for surface area. Surface area equals 2 times the area of the base, which was 15, plus the perimeter, which was 16, times the height, 6. Plug all that in your calculator and you're good to go. Let me see here. I got 126. Since this is area, nothing's changed. It was squared before when we did area, it's squared now. So inches squared. Final answer. Let's try the second one. Number 2. This one is a triangular prism. And like what we did before, I like to draw the base separately. So the base in this one is a triangle, and it is in the bottom, so that's nice. And let's mark everything we can. I see an 8 and a 6 for the triangle's base and height. And then this distance here is the same as the one on the top, 10. Let's find the area of that. The area for triangles is 1/2 base height, so 1/2 times 6 times 8, which is 24. And we also need the perimeter. That's why we needed that 10 this time. 8 plus 6 plus 10, which is actually also 24. It doesn't usually happen. Lastly, we need the height of the prism, which is 7, I can see on the diagram. And then we'll plug it all in. Surface area equals 2 times the base plus the perimeter times the height. So let's see, what do we have here? 216 kilometers squared. Number 3 is coming up. Another triangular prism. This one though looks different because the triangle is in the front and the back as opposed to on the top and bottom. So let's be careful here. I'm still going to draw a triangle for my base. And let's see, so the bottom piece, like the smaller leg is 3, and the longer leg is 4, and the hypotenuse is 5. Let's find the area of this triangle, 1/2 base height, so 1/2 times 3 times 4, which is 6. And then the perimeter of it is 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12. And then lastly, we need the height of the prism, which in this one, because it's laying down, is the distance between the bases. It's laying down, so it's kind of like the depth. It's 7. Let's plug it all in. Surface area equals 2 times the base, so 2 times 6, plus the perimeter times the height, so 12 times 7. Let's see, 96 feet squared. Number 4 coming up. This one's a cylinder, so the base is a circle. The circle has a radius 3, I can see. Let's find its area. Area of a circle is pi r squared, so in this case pi 3 squared. Approximately, let's see what that works out to be. It is 28.3. And then usually next we find perimeter, but I want to talk about perimeter for a second here. Perimeter of a circle we call something different. It's usually called circumference, so really we're finding the circumference here. Some teachers teach this as a separate formula and they call it 2b plus ch instead of ph, but I think we're okay to think about perimeter and circumference as the same idea. So finding the perimeter, aka the circumference, is 2 pi r or 2 pi 3 in this case. Let's see what that works out to be approximately. 18.8. All right, so we've got everything we need. We just need the height, which I can see is 12. And let's plug it all in. Volume, no, not volume, surface area, sorry, equals 2 times the base, 28.3, plus the perimeter, 18.8, times the height, 12. And your calculator could take all this at once. I'm going to type it in exactly as I see it. So I got 282, and I'll show you how I typed it in. Just typing it all in a decimals and one fell swoop. So 282.2, in this case, miles squared. 282.2 miles squared. I have one last example, and then we'll be all set. All right, number 5, here we go. It's a trapezoidal prism. On this one, I can tell that the trapezoid is in the front and the back, so I want to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to draw it separately like I've been doing, and we'll find its area and perimeter. Let's see if we can mark it up. I can tell the small base is 5, and then the upper base is 11. And then the height of the trapezoid is 5.2. And the sides, it looks like, are marked as all equivalent. It's actually an isosceles trapezoid. All of those sides are 6s. So let's see, area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times height, so 1/2 times 5.2 times the sum of the bases. 11 plus 5 is 16. Let's figure out what that works out to be. 41.6 for the area of the base. Next is the perimeter. I've got 5 plus 11 plus 6 plus 6. 28. All right, I've got everything here except for height. Height is the distance between the bases. So in this case, since it's laying down, this distance I can see is marked over here, 12. So let's plug it all in for surface area. Surface area equals 2 times the base, which was 41.6, plus the perimeter, 28, times the height, 12. Let's type all that in and see what we get for our final answer. I got 419.2, and we're talking about feet squared. Final answer, and that's our last one for today, guys. The next video you see will be about pyramids and cones. I'll see you then.